5, 4, 3,
Three.
2, and 1. We are now live. We are
Ready
in
for
the game.
liftoff.
Welcome to the game.
Let's go.
Case on a Monday to find out what the hell is happening in this crazy world of investing in stocks and crypto. Big shouts go out to Let's Talk Wealth, who had us there this weekend. It was amazing to talk alongside Bricks with Tips and with Debson and with Tim Campbell, former winner.
The E-Man effect.
The Apprentice, the E-Man effect. Yo, it was crazy. It was crazy.
It was great. Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was levels to these levels. We've obviously got more in the pipeline. As a byproduct of that, and more things happening real soon. So keep following, keep yourself updated. So what we got to do is our little disclaimer.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Effendi.
What's my favorite part?
I got you. Disclaimer, let's go.
Be honest, mate. Oh, by the way, guys, this week's news and updates, fire game.
That's why we're here.
Okay, what's good, people? It is currently Monday, the 17th of October, 2022, 6 minutes past 8 p.m. UK time. Don't know what happened to my accent there. Every single Monday, 8 p.m. to 9:30 UK time, we at Blockchain Sensei, since 2020, have been doing a free weekly webinar called The Game, where we cover weekly updates on stocks and crypto, also the macro markets with live technical analysis, occasional special guests, and AMAs. If you would like to join this live Zoom, feel free to register your free tickets in the blockchain.sensei Instagram bio. Click the link tree and register on Eventbrite. You will be sent the Zoom link via email. Alternatively, you can catch this live on YouTube, youtube.com/blockchainsensei, and you can catch the replays on youtube.com/blockchainsensei, where you will find an abundance of financial literacy content. Like, comment, subscribe. So, quick disclaimer. Disclaimer, all content is for education, information, and entertainment purposes only, and it should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy, sell, hold any assets, nor place any trades. Please always do your own
research.
Our content is intended and should only be used for informational use only. It is of paramount importance to do your own analysis before making any investments, which should be based on your own individual circumstances. This month, in October 2022 in the UK, gas prices are tripling. So please make sure that you pay your bills before you buy the dip. It is very important. Credit score is important. You should always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor. I am not a professional advisor.
I'm not a professional advisor.
Matthew, are you a professional advisor?
No.
You give me good advice, though.
Gecko, General Sneaks, Arisha, Dina, are any of you guys financial advisors?
No, sir.
No.
Just a quick one. Is anybody on the call an accredited financial advisor with one of those special pieces of paper? Nope, we have no financial advisors on the call. So, being as we have no financial advisors on the call, let's keep cracking on.
Yes, so independently research and verify all information you may find in our show that you wish to rely upon, whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise. All investments come with what, guys?
Risk.
So please always do your own
research.
Again, we are not financial advisors, and we do not intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. However, luckily enough, we are working in collaboration with several accredited advisors. So if you are unable to mitigate your risk, then please contact us at Blockchain Sensei. You can tweet us, you can DM us, you can email us, hello@blockchainsensei.com. Ask for a financial advisor, and we can refer you to an accredited financial advisor. Okay, so onto the news. Is that where we're going?
Yep.
All right,
wait,
all
my
right.
post didn't come through.
No, it did. Let's
You got to
refresh.
refresh.
Gotta show some big love to Nickel Factory.
Okay, so let's just celebrate one more time. Let's talk wealth. Saturday, just gone 2 days ago, a room full of Black excellence, all Black speakers. Big ups Poku Banks. How to say name? Bulla Soul? Is that her name?
Yeah.
The E-Man Effect. Man like Debs, Stock Pickers Academy. Our very own Michael Hardin. And I can't remember everyone's name, but everyone was great.
Oh, the economics guy was amazing. We need to get him on.
Yes, he was good. I can't remember which one.
Sunomics, I think he's called.
I don't want to get it.
Yeah,
wrong.
no, it was a really good event. Really high quality speakers, and enjoyed every second of it. And especially near the end, it was just touched my heart, touched my soul, felt my
Tim Campbell came with the fire.
Insane.
Fire.
Yeah, man, talking about all sorts of stuff that just made me reminisce about back a day.
Go to that down the rabbit hole one, because that's the event down the rabbit hole. Shout out to the Nickel Factory gang. We've got an event on again, down the rabbit hole. Lots of free stuff to be won at that event. Loads of NFTs being given away at the event. If you're new to NFTs, you want to collect some without spending some money, it's a good place to go. Let's go down the rabbit hole.
Did you just say free digital assets, sir?
I did just say free digital assets just for attending.
Okay, I don't want any excuses. I need everybody on this live, whether you're on YouTube or Zoom or tapped in some way, somehow. I need everyone to comment a smiley face. That's all you gotta do, guys. Comment it's a winky face. Yeah, winky face, smiley face, whichever will suffice.
Even in fact, what does better is
obviously
we want people to comment here, but we want people to comment on the YouTube. That is where we need the comments, to be honest. So let's save your momentum and energy for when we say something that is absolute fire game, that you're like, I couldn't have got this information anywhere else. Type game in chat here, and then do us the massive favor, if you think it's something that you can make money from, and go and onto the YouTube and type game or type fire emojis on this exact live. Because then
you can do the game controller emoji. That also suffices.
Yeah, well, that suffices. So let's get into the news. Man like Maestro in the building. What's goody?
What up?
Yo, good evening, guys. Blessed week for y'all.
Yeah, man.
What's good, Maestro? What's good?
What up, Kish?
What's good? Wait, are you on camera? I need to see your face, bro. Where you at?
He's about.
Jeez, hello, Maestro. What's good?
He's about. Okay, so let's dive into this news and updates, and then get into today's session, which is the history of blockchain.
Let's go. Okay, so number one, Google to allow crypto payments with the new Coinbase deal.
Pause. If that isn't a sign of major adoption, and if that isn't a sign that Coinbase and crypto isn't going anywhere, I don't know what more signs you need. If you think this is still a phase after BlackRock, $9 trillion asset management company, and Google, $2 trillion company, the lead, probably the greatest tech and innovation and research company on the planet, are partnering up with Coinbase and getting into blockchain and crypto. Basically, if you think you know more than BlackRock and Google, fair play. But I don't think I do. And if they're getting involved, then, I'm going to kind of get involved.
Neither do I. As smart as some
advice.
People say we are, we're not as smart as Google.
So just one thing. For what I understand, it's only cloud services. So what does that mean?
Oh, wow. Well, it's funny that you mentioned that.
What does that mean? Ooh. Who wants to answer that one?
So, if you didn't know, there was an acquisition by a company called Coinbase, and they purchased something called Bison Trail, which allowed them to run and manage nodes on the cloud service. So guess what system has recently moved to cloud-based nodes? Oh yeah, Ethereum. So the second largest blockchain on the planet, possibly the most important one, has now moved to proof of stake on the cloud.
But also,
Google Cloud.
Let's not forget about AWS.
Yep. So it's very likely that what's going to happen soon is you're going to be able to log in and create wallets on the Ethereum network with your Gmail. You're going to be able to send assets via your Gmail soon.
That's crazy.
Emailing assets. What a world. What a world. Like, do you remember how we attach files?
Yeah.
Imagine
You're going to be able to do that with assets. You're going to be able to go, oh, hang on a minute. Let me just go in my Google Drive and get some money out.
Yeah, but they've already made their coins from about 2 years ago now. Google, Amazon, Facebook, all of them.
This as far as I'm aware, this is them just letting us know what they're up to.
But they're doing it together. Like,
yeah, this is where it's
together.
more dangerous.
Yeah.
Because as much as we might want decentralization and privacy, guess what? The masses don't really care. But as early adopters, it means that we get pretty rich. So I don't mind. I don't mind. If I wonder how many Ninja, this is your kind of thing. Find out how many people have Google accounts or Gmail accounts. Because we have to remember that Android is run by Google. So that's every Android phone on the planet.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, that's outdated stat.
Yeah, so, still
1.8 billion.
1.8 billion.
That is some adoption.
There's only about 900 billion in crypto. No, never mind. I was going to do some kind of mad calculation, but forget it.
Anyway, let's go to the other news.
So, France approves Société Générale. Obviously, I can't do a French accent. To operate digital asset services. Who are they? They are a European leader in financial services for over 150 years. So, yeah, pretty elite company there. So, Tron selected to issue Dominica's national cryptocurrency.
Yo, Dom, you getting a coin? Mad. Dominica with the coin, you know.
For context, that's Mr. Harding's partner, Dominica. He's also a designer at Blockchain Sensei, and yeah, she does a lot.
Also knows a lot about crypto, but she pretends she doesn't.
Yeah, she pretends she doesn't, but she knows a lot. Dominica is always in the game, by the way, guys. You just don't see her. She's behind the camera.
Bro, I remember when she was talking about the brain and how the brain works with the AI, and bro, I was just like, Dom's just a secret weapon.
Yeah. Anyway, Binance launches $500 million of funds to provide loans to Bitcoin miners.
Damn.
Quite bullish.
It's quite bullish.
So, JP Morgan and Visa team up on cross-border blockchain payments.
Wait. Let me just. Oh yeah, carry on. No, never mind. Carry on.
No worries. That's quite bullish as well. Uniswap Labs valued at 1.66 billion in 165 million new funding.
You can see that.
Money. FTX CEO good old Sam Bankman. FTX CEO announced FTX version 2 will go live on November the 21st.
Bull run. Sorry.
That's clear.
Sorry, I've got a cough. There's a virus going around. So,
Okay.
Maybe not like a whole bull run. Maybe like a bull trap. Like I don't know about like 68K Bitcoin. I think I don't know about that.
Anyway,
the markets may bounce up somewhat. BNY Mellon launches new digital asset custody platform. I don't know what this is. I'm not gonna pretend.
BNY Mellon's another fund. Sure you
okay. Cool. Portfolio breakdown of major
guys,
tier
wait. Before you even go into this, guys, if you don't understand anything about crypto and you are brand new, just take notes at this post right here. This post right here. You are not getting this game from any of no one else. Like this right here, in terms of game, is disgusting. Like actually disgusting. First of all, we have to explain what a VC is. A VC is a corporation that specializes in investing in projects with billions of dollars of other people's money. Now, Andreessen Horowitz and Sequoia Capital are the two leading ones. Coinbase Ventures, as we know, have just partnered up with Google and with BlackRock. So whatever these VCs are doing and are investing in, not saying they're going to go up in value, but they are very, very unlikely to go to zero. Let's put it that way. So let's see what synergies we can see across these tier one VCs and what they're investing in, shall we?
Yeah. Well, first of all, my eyes can see a lot of Polygon out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm assuming top best performance since TGE. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 10 have Polygon.
Hold on, guys. Let's not skip past this 310x.
Oh yeah, Alameda Research. I wonder whose company that is. Oh yeah, FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried. Oh yeah. So with FTX V2 coming out, come on guys, just put the pieces of the puzzle together yourself. Go on. Just, we're not gonna say it, but
oh shit.
And then Coinbase Ventures, Arweave. Interesting. Now, what is Arweave? It's file storage on the blockchain. And in today's episode, we're going to be going over what the blockchain is. So that might be useful for you. Let's go to the next slide. I think we've given them too much game in just that slide. I'm not saying you could use just that slide as your portfolio as a beginner, but some people out there would. But that would be financial advice, and I don't give that because that's illegal.
This week's exactly, and we love the law and the government.
Bro, I'm drinking. Look at my drink, bro, man. Come on, man. Don't do that.
So the top 10 gainers of the week are FEG Token. I'm pretty sure this is a meme coin.
Probably. If you look at the market, the market cap is now 43 million.
Yeah, meme thing. Yeah.
This seems like something that, some people I know would know this.
That's manipulation central. That's manipulation central.
The one that the reason
come on, it's got 43 million market cap.
No, but it's one of them ones that it's got the bots trading it. It's got the square chart.
I see.
I see.
Now, the reason I wanted to mention this one is because Huobi token. So if you don't know, Huobi is actually an exchange. So this is what we class as a native token. So it's a token that's related to an exchange. Now, normally, native tokens, because they're part of an exchange, there is some kind of utility there in comparison to most other projects.
I can't lie. It's beautiful to see Huobi growing. I can't lie. I've been with Huobi for a long time.
So yeah, that's that one. Let's go to the next bit.
Because we've got a lot of people in the Zoom today.
Yeah, because it's all the people from Let's Talk Wealth, plus obviously Alex and Daniel are here. So obviously everyone's here to see these guys.
Big ups to the gang, man. Simplicity Consultancy. Right.
Hello.
Big partners, right. Top 15 play to earn projects by active users. Now, for those that don't know what play to earn is, because sometimes we've got some crypto noobs in here, imagine instead of paying to play a game, you get paid to play your game. That's one of the utilities of cryptocurrency and adoptions. So,
and right here, we are displaying for the newbies the top 15 games by active users. So it's kind of important, again, that maybe if you're brand new and you have no idea about anything about crypto, and if you wanted to make crypto but not actually put any money in yourself, you might want to just highlight the top 10 games, download them, and play them. If you've got kids and you want to make them kids make you money, get them a phone, get these games for them, and go, right, you're grounded, go to your room and go make me some money. That's what I'm doing with my kids. Just thought I'll put it out there from now. I don't know if that's child abuse or whatever. I don't know. But
no, it's actually definitely not child abuse. And they can go and get a pair of trainers, little something, but they earn it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Now the key thing to notice here is if it's a game, and this rule applies to all things crypto, is you want the amount of users to increase, because the more users there is, the more revenue there is. The more revenue there is, the more profit there is. And as we can see here, GameTat has now got 1.83 million users. Just to note, there is several metaverse places out there that have less than 100 users, but they're worth billions. So eventually logic is going to go, oh, maybe we should put our money in projects where there's millions of users. Just saying, not financial advice. Next bit.
Just quickly, we've got Terrell saying, just checking, but doesn't Ripple have a partnership with Visa, and Visa are partnering with JP Morgan for cross-border blockchain payments, or am I making that up?
Nope, you're not making that up.
There we go. There's the confirmation, Terrell.
And Ripple's actually faster than Visa.
So that's probably what that blockchain partnership might be about, really.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go to the next bit. So top 10 smart contract platforms by monthly fees. So breaking this down again for the newbies, what makes money? Oh yeah, that's what you want to invest in. If it's making money, then it's going to make profit. Then it makes sense. Then it's an actual business. Then it's real. So again, not financial advice, but these are 10 crypto projects that actually have revenue and actually make money. Just saying. We have Ethereum, Binance, Solana, and oh look, Polygon again, Avalanche, Optimism, Arbitrum, Cardano, who everybody hates but I love, Near Protocol, and Phantom.
People only hate it because it's not making the gains for them, but that's because they don't understand fundamentals, baby.
But it's making money. Anyway.
Cardano.
Yes, Cardano.
Nah,
baby.
It's another debate. It's another debate to have. I'll leave it for now.
So next, for those of you, again, kind of new to crypto, we're trying to make this episode a little bit for the newbies, not fully for the newbies. We're going to get into it in a sec. So there's a thing called staking. Now, staking is basically where you place your money into crypto and then you leave the crypto within the ecosystem so that other people can use those funds for whatever reason, right? Sometimes it's for liquidity. Most of the time it's for liquidity, which means getting out of the crypto. Now, we can see here the returns that you get back. So you can see here, the number one on Ethereum, you can get back 12.15% for holding it there for a year, which I don't know any banks that give back 12 point. No, wait, hang on a minute. Last time I checked, my bank gave me 0.25% back. So
I think you're lucky for getting 1.2%.
Yeah.
Like lucky.
Lucky. So you can see here across crypto in general, it's definitely above that. In fact, Phantom, not saying to invest here, is giving out 25%. Now, the key thing that you want to look for here is total value locked.
Yeah, I was about to say, I would not put my Ethereum in stake down on the pure basis that there's only 1.33 million value locked, and that could literally be one whale, and they could just take it out.
Yeah, so always look for the total value locked when it comes to staking. And here we can see Lido is leading the way with 5.67 billion.
Yeah, so it's not financial advice, but if someone had a gun to your head and they said you better stake your Ethereum somewhere, yeah, they're probably best to go with Lido because it has.
Well, it's not probably best. It's probably best people do their own research.
Exactly,
yeah.
but
and do the maths.
And do the maths.
Opinion.
The maths. In my opinion, the one with the total value locked has the is the safest one. Not that anything is completely safe because everything comes with risk, but has the least risk because it has the most value locked. But that's just my opinion, and what do I know?
And also bear in mind, guys, that this figure changes literally every day.
Yeah.
Next one.
Okay. Top 10 metaverse projects by current ROI.
So ROI, if you didn't know, is return on investment. I'm not going to float about on this one too much. I just wanted to highlight again for people the top 10 projects that are there. And if you compare the market caps, say 9 million to 1.6 billion, that's a bit of room for growth in the space. Just thought I would leave that out there, considering Decentraland had 30 users on it the other day. Just saying. So yeah. Anyway, next. Is that the last one? And then we can get the boys in. Oh, NFT collections by trading volume. Again, not advice, but just that here's 10 projects that have a lot of trading volume. That you can see the amount of sales within the space there, but do your own research on these projects here on the left. Next. Oh, and then here's some VCs that if you didn't know, you might want to look into some of these VCs just here on the left. Just type in, just literally, I'm giving you straight game here if you're new. Literally go onto our Instagram, take these VCs that are here on the left, go onto their websites and look at their holdings.
Look at their portfolio. Yeah.
That is the game I'm giving you right there. Anyway, next. Okay. And then there's more. Sorry. Sorry about that. That's enough gaming. You can go on our Instagram and
just quickly jump out of that ninja and refresh the page real quick.
Yeah. Cool. So let's get the boys on and let them talk about the TA. Do you want to be able to share your screen, boys?
Ninja, there's one more. Okay, cool. All right, Mike. Continue.
Alex.
Just quickly. We can share the screen now. Give me just 1 second. How do I share screen on Zoom?
Down at the bottom, share screen.
Yeah. Oh,
pretty much the same as Google Meets.
Do you just want to go over the TA or the macro as well?
Go on. We went over loads of basic stuff then, so we can go over a bit of macro for the more experienced people.
Cool.
Let's start. Yeah, go on. I'll let you guys do your thing.
Cool. So I'll begin with the macro. So the first thing that happened last week was CPI was announced in America. And what CPI is core price index, which basically looks at the price of a basket of goods comparatively to previous months or years or whatever it may be. So the year-on-year print was a increase in price of 8.2%, meaning the basket of goods increased in price by 8.2% compared to last year at the same time. And the core CPI, which looks solely at, I believe it is housing, food costs, and healthcare, I believe. It's like just the core things you need for life, rose by 6.6%. And this was larger increase than at point this year. And it was larger than in March, which was the previous height, showing that the economy is in fact worsening. I guess inflation is increasing. Next on to yield curves. So what yield curves are is they show the return on investment on bonds. And what bonds are is the government basically takes out debt and gives it to use or to members of the public, and they get a return on it. So right now, an interesting thing is happening, and there's an inversion in the yield curves, which might sound like crazy talk, but in essence, the best way to understand it is that when you take on debt from the government, in terms of their debt, you get more money at the minute, 4.5% for 2-year bonds compared to 10-year bonds, which is 4%. So despite being able to earn more money on a 2-year contract, more people are going to a 10-year contract. And the same thing is happening with 3 months now. We're heading towards an inversion, which means despite the fact that you'll get more return for entering a 3-month contract, people will be more likely to enter a 10-year contract because they think the economy is in a bad state in the short term, in essence. And then retail sales is just what that is. It's just how much the retailer was spending. It didn't change compared to August, but this was bad in essence because economists expected a 0.2% increase, and also economists anticipated that a 0.2, and also last month from August to July, 0.4% increase, showing that retail spending is slowing down, which can signal that there's less money being flowing through the economy. In Europe,
can I comment on that?
Yeah.
So that one, I think, is an interesting one, that spending is slowing down because, yes, we are in a bit of a financial recession and blah, 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 blah. But I think that slowing down in spending happens more or less every summer. And I think it's a little bit skewed. I think the numbers are probably better than we realize, and we'll see when it comes to this month's earnings from all the companies. And on top of that, the basket of goods thing, for those that don't know, the governments kind of choose what they're putting in the basket. So it's not always things that are true representations of how bad the inflation actually is. And then, that's what I'll say on that first. But I'll let you go and talk about Uncle Kwasi.
A interesting statistic is that what analysts, I guess, say actual inflation is, so not based off the goods that the American government chooses, is actually closer to between 13 and 14%. I don't remember the exact number. So yeah, you can't beat the government on that note. They definitely do skew the data to sort of.
Well, yeah, the American government's recently been saying that employment rates are actually the same or up, but they haven't accounted for people working 0-hour contracts, working from home, and having 2 jobs.
Yeah, 2 jobs thing. Whilst employment is up, less people are actually employed. It's just we're at a record.
Hang on, let me mute Marcus. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, so we're at a record working 3 jobs because in history it's never really been a precedent to work 3 jobs at the same time, but now it's becoming quite common in America. Anyways, moving on to Europe, similar thing. Germany's bond market has been very volatile, as has the UK. The UK's market has been volatile largely due to everything going on with all the, I guess you could call it
U-turns, the Usher effect,
U-turn policies and everything. And in the UK, Kwasi Kwarteng was fired.
Can I again? I want to get interaction in the group. Type trust if you trust Liz Truss. Comments.
Let's have a look at the comments and see what's going on.
Oh yeah, the comments are empty. Oh yeah, nobody does.
Oh, Alex.
Uncle Kwasi got snaked.
We've got one trust.
We've got one trust first. Kwasi's at the job center now.
She's I guess, is how you can look at it. And another interesting thing that happened in Europe this week was actually the European Central Bank. They're starting to become more dovish, which means they think the economy is worsening. and they believe we're getting closer to a recession, which kind of goes against what the American government is saying. And
we're getting closer, did you say?
Yeah. Without
a little bit.
Well, when we're coming out, they're gonna say that we're in a recession, right?
Yeah. It's just how
wait. Oh, before you do this TA, I just want to just quickly do something before you go on to your TA, just for the newbies, so they understand what a recession is. Now, a recession used to be classed as two or more months of downward growth. 2 quarters, that's it. GDP. 2 quarters of negative, like basically 2 quarters of the markets going down. Let's go and have a look at the markets, the big boy markets right now, and see if, I don't know, like, I'm not a rocket scientist, and I'm not like a financial expert or anything, but let's go and see if the markets down. So this is the VTI, and this is pretty clear. So this is the Vanguard total stock market. Now, guys,
wait, are you showing them the lined graph? Is this what Mr. Harding's doing? A lined graph?
Yeah, to make it easy for peeps.
I've never seen you with a lined graph my whole life.
You want me to switch it back?
Nah, go on. Let's do the lined graph for the
Let's keep it lined. There's beginners here, bro. So, guys,
I've never seen this.
Over the last couple of, let's put it as months again to make it easier, which direction has this been going?
I know.
Yeah, if you knew how many times the goalpost was moved by the governments, it's hilarious. Like, at the start, they were saying 2 negative quarters of GDP growth. Then they moved the goalpost to unemployment rates. Now they've moved the goalpost to something else. It's like the goalpost has switched at least 5 to 10 times on what a recession actually is.
They're being like, oh, it's a bit bad. Oh, you know what? It wasn't as bad as that. We're coming up, we're on the way up. Oh, it's a bit bad. Oh no, it'll be all right, guys. Oh, we ain't gonna announce it right now, but there's this and that is happening. Everything will be all right.
Yeah.
What's been going on?
When you look at the 2000, and I wasn't old enough to remember all of this, but from what I've understood from reading into it, they only announced the recession like 4 or 5 months before the end of the recession, when it was like and
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, now that you've lost everything, we're in a recession. Just thought we'd let you know.
In case you didn't see, yeah, we're here.
Can I make it a little bit worse?
Go on.
I heard a word that the UK government's being 7x leverage trading bonds.
Yeah, it's a bit mad. Well, you're kind of forgetting that it's not just that they've been leverage trading bonds; they've been leverage trading people's pensions. And I heard that they made a loss, so they had to print more and push up the price and exit. So I wonder what happened to the pound when that happened. It's a bit wild, that one. Yeah. Let's talk about the Bitcoin. Let's do this technical analysis for the peeps, for the newbies and the experienced peeps.
Yeah, I'll go through it quite quickly if this is the writing, but in short, this is the weekly chart. As we can see, Bitcoin, basically last week what happened was price went down below this little trend line, shot back up, but still closed bearish. And basically what that means to me is that there's a lot of bias here. They pushed the price back up saying, no, we don't want it to go lower. We want it to go higher. However, then it pushed past the northern trend line, and then the sellers came back in to slap it back down, which we can see a bit more clearly here on the daily. And then it sort of consolidated here, which gave us the bearish close. But now the descending triangle is over. We're at the end. So now price has to trade outside of it. And what price has chosen today is to, and I guess for this week, for the start of this week, is to go above it. And that it falls in line with what we think is going to happen, which is that there's a lot of liquidity here, and particularly here. And what that means is that there's a lot of potential order. Okay, it's not really shown here, but basically on the daily time frame or on the hourly time frame, if you look at where these areas are, you can see that there's a lot of down movements, but there's not a lot of movements retracing back into that region. And what that means is that people who wanted to enter a short, they didn't have a chance here because the price hasn't gone back up for them to enter the short. And also what it means is that new people who are now seeing this area, area here, for example, where there wasn't, price didn't really retrace back up, they think, okay, cool, that's a good area for me to enter a short. So what that means is that there is a lot of shorts basically sitting in this area, and in this area, all stemming from these charts. In fact, if I don't know what this is. Oh, perfect. I was already trading. Let me make this a bit less crammed. So as you can see here, for instance, this area I've marked out just because it's above sort of these highs here, but there wasn't really a lot of trading going on after we broke down here. This area I've marked out because of this massive red candle, which albeit was closed, was retraced by here. However, I still feel like there's a lot of liquidity still left here because of the way that we shot down. Long story short, I won't complicate it too much. I feel like the price will go up. It will grab this liquidity. It will grab all the people selling their shorts. And also people who are now entering longs thinking, okay, we're back in the bull market. What will happen is the institutions will then enter a massive short after collecting all the shorts. So now they have a lot more selling power. They will then stop out all the longs, therefore meaning there's even more selling power. And long story short, price will go up here, grab all of this liquidity, and then shoot back down to like 13, 15, 10, whatever K you think Bitcoin is going down to. That is my personal belief that this is what will happen. However, not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but it's very likely that Bitcoin will fall down below, below 18K, wherever that be, to 15, to 13, to 10, to 8, doesn't really matter. Point is that it will fall below this region, in my humble opinion, and that is a very likely thing. And it's just a question of how far up it will go, like how much liquidity will it need to grab before it does that. So I would recommend to consider checking the charts carefully, and before you buy into the new bull run, consider the macro economy, consider the state of crypto and a lot of other things, and think carefully before you buy. So yeah, that was a bit of a waffly way of explaining it, but
nice. Thank you very much to Simplicity Consultancy. Amazing.
Thank you for having us on.
Thank you guys.
No worries. These guys are going to be back more or less every week, spitting that fire game for us.
Alex, why don't you plug the socials, like follow us?
Hey, yo, that was fire. That was fire. Thank you, boys.
No,
thank you. We'll improve our delivery over time to make it very nice, concise. Bang, bang, bang.
That was sick.
No worries.
I'll share this PDF in the chat just in case people want to check it out. And but yeah, thank you very much for having us on, guys. We need to jump off to another meeting, but
no worries, guys. Thank you.
Hi, Alex.
So what we're going to do now is going to get into the history of blockchain. I'm just going to quickly go over some of this stuff. Being as Intro to Crypto 2.0 is coming out and we're literally working on it right now, we're giving away some of the information that we give out in lessons and in lectures right now, because it's all about to change.
The real game coming out. So yeah,
this is some of the stuff in the paid lessons that people get.
Institutions, you name it.
So, Ninja, do you want to do this bit? This is your favorite bit?
Yes, so this is a quick representation of the major asset classes in the world and the relations to each other. To the far right, we have the biggest asset class in the world, which everybody's familiar with, is generally speaking, not financial advice, a good investment, which is real estate property. That's a $300 trillion market. Everyone pretty much understands that if you buy a house in a major city such as New York or London, typically speaking, the value of that property, real estate, will appreciate. And yes, so real estate is the biggest market in the world at $300 trillion. Stock market is the second biggest market in the world at $100 trillion, even though right now we're on like 80 because it's a drawdown. But essentially the takeaway from that is that the stock market, which is the second biggest market in the world, is a third as big as the biggest market, which is real estate. And then we've got gold around $12 trillion. I won't go over all of the markets. And crypto, tiny market. Right now, in fact, current time of recording, October 2022, is a market that's under $1 trillion
okay,
in
so
size.
On that, guys, I want you to do some maths, especially if you're a newbie. So let's do this maths. the stock market has gone from 100 trillion to 80 trillion. So how much trillion has been liquidated and removed from the stock market? Type that in chat. Type in chat. So it's 100 minus 80. What's that? Come on, guys. Basic maths. 20 trillion. So that's 20 trillion. That is where is the question? That is the question. Where is that money? 20 trillion? Because
maybe they
it's not in the crypto market, because people are panicking because crypto has gone down from 2 trillion to around, what is it, 1 trillion, or is it 400 billion in the market? I don't know. But
0.9.
It's gone down by about 1 trillion, and everyone's panicking in comparison to the stock market, which has most people's pensions in it, which has gone down by 20 trillion. But let's not panic about that. Let's panic about the crypto. That's what's happening at the moment. Anyway, so yep, that's just a bit of an understanding of what's on the sidelines that could go into other assets. So let's go to the next slide. So, Keish, do you want to do this one?
Yeah. So, BlackRock alone has 9 trillion in assets, and could buy all of Bitcoin several times over. So, if you look at the balance sheet of majority of these large asset management companies like BlackRock, Vanguard, and UBS Group, you can actually see the total AUM in USD in billies, and this is actually exactly what's basically going through, and they can accumulate and buy out all of crypto quite easily, as they're holding multiple trillions.
And who was it that BlackRock partnered up with recently?
Is there Coinbase?
Oh, was it Coinbase that did the mining? I think so.
Yeah, they're in the 300 list from venture capital.
Yeah, I think it was Coinbase. Yeah, so maybe some of that 9 trillion might flow into Coinbase. Possibility. But let's see if we're just crazy. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Gold standard. We're not gonna go through that one. We're doing the history. Okay, so the history of blockchain. Let's get into it. So one of the main things that actually inspired Bitcoin was, and some people say that blockchain and digital payments was actually born in Africa, in Kenya, from a mobile app called M-Pesa. So what was happening in Kenya at that time, a lot of people didn't have access to a bank, so they couldn't exchange value with each other. They couldn't buy food, they couldn't get petrol, so on and so forth. So what some very smart people started realizing is that everybody needed mobile minutes to do pretty much anything. And everybody had a mobile, but not everybody had a bank. So what people started doing is trading their mobile minutes with each other. So that'd be like me going, I've just topped up £10 of credit on my phone, and I need to pay Ninja for some apples. So I'm going to give him 50p of my credit, and I'd send him the 50p of my phone credit. He's now got that, and he can now make 50p worth of text messages or whatever. And this is what many people believe became the first ever mobile payment system in terms of what inspired blockchain, because the writers of Bitcoin were actually big fans of M-Pesa and what happened there. And it's actually still to this day doing amazing things. So in Afghanistan, I think what it did is when people were starting to get paid via M-Pesa, wages went up by like 20 to 30%, because when people getting paid in cash, not the whole payment was going to them. The employers were keeping like some of the money. So that's an interesting one there. So just in terms of stats, Vodafone is actually the one of the majority holders of M-Pesa in 2007. And it's got 17 million subscribers in 2011 in Kenya alone.
Well, let's just not like slide past when that was happening. 2007.
Yeah, and then when did Bitcoin come out?
Shortly after.
Yep. Interesting. So what you gotta ask yourself is, when did you last use cash? When did you last deposit cash? When did you last write or receive a check? Currently, there is over 1 billion people unbanked. More people have access to a smartphone, and it probably costs more money to run a bank and more energy to run a bank. But, you know, Bitcoin's bad for the environment. That's what they say. So in terms of adoption, this is one of my favorite slides to show people if you're wondering, am I early, am I late to crypto? Well, here is a timeline of adoption for 50 million users. Airlines took 68 years to get 50 million users. Credit cards took 28 years to get 50 million users. Mobile phones took 12 years to get to 50 million users. And then Facebook took 50 million years to get to 3 years to get to 50 million. Yeah, I'm talking like dinosaurs. But Pokemon Go took just 19 days to get to 50 million users. So I think that's a key thing to just note out. Now, in terms of the curve of internet adoption in comparison to crypto adoption, we can see that it's literally exactly the same for the last couple of years. So this is suggesting, and this is by hundreds of millions of users, that by 2024, we're going to be at approximately 700 or 800 million users using crypto. So it's showing that we are in the equivalent of 1998. So the metaphor that I always give is that in terms of crypto and early adoption, we are in the Space Invaders and Pac-Man era. However, this would suggest that we're probably not. 97, 98, what era was that? That was like PS1 era. So that was like Tekken and Crash Bandicoot and the N64 with Mario Kart and stuff like that. So that's the era that it's at. And we still yet to come is PS2, PS3, PS4, and now PS5. So it's pretty early. So we won't do that. So what we'll do is we'll do history of internet, just so you understand the difference between Web 1, Web 2, and Web 3, because you probably hear Web 3 floated about all the time. Any volunteers for this one? Keish, Ninja?
Yeah, let's go with good old Web 1. So, yeah, back in the day, there was something called Web 1. Now, for those that are old enough, you remember that telephone dial? That wasn't the best representation. And back in those days, I couldn't be on Miniclip at the same time as my mom. Miniclip was an old game for my what is it, Gen Zs. I don't think Gen Zs will know about Miniclip, but yeah. So Miniclip was like an old website back in the day that used to play free internet games on, and I couldn't be on Miniclip if my mom was on the telephone. So back in the day when there was landline. So back in them days, Web 1 was actually no, that was Web 2. Oh damn. Yeah, so Web 1 was even before then. So that's basically where you could only read. There was static text. It was mainly companies, so it was a lot of intranet. This is actually just before my era. It was decentralized. Damn. Okay. And it was a lot of personal computers. So that's basically what Web 1 was.
Keish,
Before Web 2.
Yeah, and then Web 2 was where there was the ability to read and write, more interactive content, and there's a lot more platforms that people could use. And the first bit of the cloud infrastructure and mobile infrastructure linked, and it was more centralized. So yeah, it was more so where the web came in, and HTML and things like that were coming in.
Nice. And then we've got Web 3, which is where you've gone from being able to read things on the internet, to being able to read and edit and change and play games, to now being able to read, write, and own things on the internet. Now, with loads of people using the internet, it's probably important to own things on the internet. This is what's creating what we would call virtual economies. And the main organization for this is different networks that are emerging, creating the virtual economies. And what do they need? Web 1 needed personal computers. Web 2 needed the cloud, like we have Google Drive and so on and so forth. And now Web 3 is now utilizing the blockchain cloud. What company did we say earlier is getting involved with Coinbase, doing cloud stuff? Oh yeah, Google. Not investment advice, but you know, you might want to go and look at Google. In fact, I did have a slide that I wanted to show in regard to this. So I'm going to go on to that in a sec. So this right here is the history of the stock market since 1704. So you can see,
I love this.
We've had some crashes before. Shout out to Victoria for getting us this slide. But yeah, there's been some crashes like World War I, like the Great Depression, like the oil crisis. And you can kind of see that the overall stock market, not necessarily the American market, but the overall market, overall capitalism doesn't seem to die. Why is that? Because of a thing called innovation. Why? Because war and crisis, normally to get out of it, you need innovation. Normally when you have innovation, it creates money. So it carries on going back up. That is literally the history of human beings for the last probably 300 to 500 years. I don't see innovation stopping if we have more education and more people in the world being educated than ever before. So yeah, the next wave of innovation is going to be crazy. So next slide. Here comes the game that I've added and changed to this. So, why is it not letting me? Oh, okay, here we go. Why is it not? Okay, I gotta do it this way. Okay, cool. So this is one of my favorite slides to ever show people, just to give people context of where the world is about to go. This is the 20 largest companies by market cap in 1989. So this is the year I was born. I'm a very old man. Now in 1989, we can see one country pretty much dominated the market, Japan. And if you remember from previous episodes, I've shown you what happened to Japan's market. It's pretty much just gone sideways since 1989. So if this is anything to go by, that history repeats itself, there's a current market that's leading the world. We kind of got an idea of what direction it might go. But the main question is that I want to ask people is, there's two questions here, and I want you to type it in chat. How many of the companies on the left-hand side do you think are still in the top 20 largest companies that exist in the market by market cap in the world? So type in chat, how many of these companies that were the 20 largest companies, biggest companies in the world 30 years ago, 30 years later are still...
We've got Matthew Mint with a 5. All right.
5.
Okay, we've got a 5. We've got a 4/5.
4/5. Any more?
4/5. Anyone else?
Okay. So now the next question is, well, actually, I've kind of given it away, so I can't even go on to the next question. So we'll just reveal the answers. Be prepared. Pretty interesting, right? Not one of them. Hopefully this makes you aware of how much the world actually changes. Not one of the companies that was the top company by market cap 30 years ago is still in the top market cap. In fact, it's nowhere to be seen, because check this out. The number one company by market cap in 1989 had a market cap of 104 billion. The lowest company in the top 20 is 3 times that size 30 years later. The number one company is 2 trillion in comparison to 104 billion. So if crypto is to become the new leading market, that would suggest that if we can go from 104 billion to 2 trillion, that we can probably go from 2 trillion to 10 trillion. Is that realistic? Kind of, guys. Could be possible. It could mean that 2 trillion being a large market cap for a company might be quite small. And if you have positioned yourself and you've been taking notes in this call, you would know which companies are the most likely to end up on this side of the fence in the next 30 years. Just saying. So, stock market fundamentals, things that you want to look for in a company to suggest that you want to do your research. This is the things that people on Wall Street look for. Revenue, assets, liabilities, EPS, the cost of the goods sold, the operating expenses, research and development, and marketing.
I feel like you've not done enough about the history of crypto.
I feel like we did. So I'm just going to show something here. Okay, cool. So this is Visual Capitalist. Definitely check out this website. So again, you'll see where I'm going with this. This will all make sense in a bit. So it's important to understand how to break down a company because we're going into earnings season. And yes, we're going to go over this in a lot more detail. One of the things you want to look at with a company is to see if the company is going to make more profit. Is its revenue increasing year by year? We can see with Google, its revenue now is 69 billion. And its profit, its net profit is 16 billion. So the cost of its revenue is, it cost them 30 billion to make 69 billion. And of that 69 billion, 16 billion is profit. They spend 6 billion on sales and marketing, 9 billion on research and development. Their general operating expenses are 20 billion. These fundamentals are what you want to look at in a company to see if it's doing well. Now, those fundamentals that you look for in a company, and if those fundamentals are increasing in the right areas, are exactly what you want to apply to your own businesses. And exactly what you want to apply to, guess what? Crypto. Because let's break this down. If a crypto project isn't investing more money into research and development, do we think it's going to do better next year than it is this year? Type in chat.
No. Oh, Lord Jesus, sorry. There's no innovation, man.
Like that kid at school doing the exam just shouts out the
answer. I'm sorry. There's no innovation. There's no innovation.
No innovation. And if you have no innovation, is it likely that your revenue is going to increase? Type yes or no in chat. The answer on that one is no. And if you have no increasing revenue, is it likely that you're going to make more profit? No, of course not. So we take the exact same principle that we would use with these companies. And again, like we always say, don't just invest in crypto. I've just shown you 3 of the biggest blockchain the 4 biggest blockchain companies that actually exist that you don't realize. The 4 biggest blockchain companies, Google have made it clear now that they're involved. Amazon, Binance is run on AWS.
They run crypto. AWS.
Now, I want to ask you a question. I want you to think logically here, guys. With Google and Amazon positioned nicely in the crypto world, and Microsoft, who we already know about because they're doing loads of stuff with Engine, do we believe that Apple is just sitting there watching everybody else get involved in crypto? Or are they planning something? Type yes in chat if you think they're planning something. Or if you think Apple are going to get involved in crypto.
Yeah,
Now,
seeing
there's
a lot
something in the world called the Apple effect. And the Apple effect is whatever Apple get involved in, the whole world gets involved in. That's because they're the largest company in the world via market cap with 2 trillion. So when they move, the world moves. Now, on top of this about Apple, no, you know, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Just, no, I'm not gonna say it. Just the wallet's coming out.
This is the
I was gonna say the
game.
crypto wallet is coming out soon, probably November. Some point, it'll probably come out.
There's also said the AR glasses. They got the VR glasses as goggles as well, and a lot of other things coming as well.
So yeah, just gonna finish up on this. So this is a breakdown of the world's billionaire population and where they all are. So we can see quite a few of them are in the US. 975 of them are in the US. 138 of them are in New York alone. There's actually quite a few billionaires in London, 77 of them. And then there's a substantial amount in Asia. Now, you can see Asia. What's happened in Asia is they're quite clumped together. That's what I noticed. Is the billionaires in Asia? Yeah, they're in the same areas. It's quite easy for them to be near each other. So Hong Kong currently has 114 billionaires. So 114 billionaires. New York has 138 billionaires. We see what's happening here. Singapore has 50 billionaires. LA has 59 billionaires.
Bro, they're catching up.
Now, I'm showing you this. And then here we go. Here's the stats. Look, top 15 billionaire countries. The US, then China, Germany, India, UK, Hong Kong, Switzerland, Russia, Saudi Arabia, France, Italy, Canada, Brazil, Singapore, UAE. Now, some people will say that Singapore and Hong Kong are basically part of China. Some people.
Oh, that's controversial.
That's very controversial and is the kind of thing that can get my YouTube shut down. So,
bro, just say BRICS.
Some people. However, there is something called the BRICS, and they are creating their own currency to rival the dollar. And what countries are they? Brazil, Russia,
yeah,
India, and China.
Oh, there you go.
Now, I don't know if about you, but that's a lot of billionaires using a currency. Now, again, it's here, top countries by ultra high net worth individuals. And then again, now remember what we just said, the countries we just looked at. And now let's look at countries with central bank digital currencies. Funny that those BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, and China, 2 of them have already piloted their CBDC system, which is a national currency on the blockchain. Just saying. Everyone on this side, the left side, is just in the research stage or development stage, you should say. So yeah, I just thought I would dangle that out there in relation to this XRP news that's floating about. And just to finish up, things that you want to research on crypto, this is the amazing game I'm giving you here, guys, is you want to look for the revenue, the amount of developers, the amount of partners, the amount of VCs and the quality of the VCs. And if you go through this episode, we gave you the tier 1 VCs, the network growth, the market cap comparison, so how the market cap is doing in comparison to the top 20 companies in the world and just ask yourself, is it realistic for this crypto that I'm investing into to get anywhere near one of the top 20? Token distribution and total value locked. So that right there is the game. I think today has been a phenomenal episode. If it was your first ever episode of the game, please type game in chat so we can see who all the newbies are. Newbies. Nope. No, not too many newbies. But yeah, what we'll do is we will go to questions. We'll do 15 minutes of questions. So let's go with Lorraine. No, actually, Dina was here early. So let's go, Dina. Dina, how you doing?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Was today your first episode of the game?
Yep, it was.
Good.
Yeah, maybe.
Did you get any game from the game?
Yeah, it's interesting statistics, especially about like the billionaire, what you just showed about, the billionaires in the world and where they're located.
Oh, amazing. Thank you for joining us. Did we meet you at the Let's Talk Wealth event?
Yes, I was there. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Great to meet you. Hope you took value from this. This is every Monday, 8 till 9:30. We do this session. Is there any questions that you've got?
I've just been making notes, so I think I just need to go over. But at the moment, no questions.
No worries. Thank you for attending. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciated.
Let's go to Emmanuel. Emmanuel, you've been unmuted. No. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go next. Let's go, Jeffrey Manso. You've been unmuted.
Oh, yep. Can you hear me?
Yep. Can you hear Jeffrey?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, this was definitely a great event, and I joined this about 20 minutes later, so I missed the beginning parts. But for what I heard, it was definitely useful information.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What would you say you learned from today's session?
Just the fact that as much as loads of people don't really have many good things to say about crypto out there. I think if you're able to take time to understand how crypto works, then eventually not only can you be good at crypto, but you can eventually make a lot of money from it as well.
Wait, is this Jeffrey who I talked to?
Yeah. Saturday, yeah.
Yes. I love you know what I like about this guy is that he asked me not like what cryptos to buy. He asked me what steps should he take to become educated in the space. And what I said to him, I'm going to repeat it for the live and also YouTube, is for all the new people, the first thing you should do if you've never invested before, you have no stocks, you've never traded Forex, you have no experience in the financial market, this is who I'm speaking to, right? The first thing you should do when entering crypto is to understand what is blockchain and what are the applicational uses of blockchain and why is blockchain changing the world. Second of all, look into stocks and just investing in general, and then look into cryptocurrency, and then look into NFTs. I think he was actually asking me about NFTs. Is that correct, Jeffrey?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. He asked me about NFTs, and I basically said to you, before you even touch NFTs, look at things in that order: blockchain first, investing in general, cryptocurrency and crypto assets, and then NFTs before you buy a JPEG on the internet.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
So, Jeffrey, do you have a question?
I have a question. I guess based off the information that you taught us, like what's next? Like what do we have to do? Just take in the information, read the PDFs you sent us.
Yep, that's pretty much it. Just throughout the course of this week, we're going to be dropping more education, more information, more news updates. And I would always say with the game, watch it back.
Yeah,
because there's stuff that we say that right now, depending on your level of education, means one thing, And then when you are a little bit more educated, a little bit more seasoned, you watch some of the stuff back, even episodes from 6 months ago, you'll be like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Okay,
so definitely recommend that.
Yeah.
Great question. Let's go to who else is new. I think Lorraine is new. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Cheers, bro. Appreciate you attending.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lorraine, you've been unmuted.
Hello.
Hi there, Lorraine. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you. I'm very well.
Good. Did we meet you at Let's Talk Wealth as well?
Yes, you did. I was the person who asked you about Solana.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Lorraine, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going fine.
We remember.
Good.
We do. Any
Good.
questions? How did you find the game today?
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm just trying to take it all in. Yeah, there's just a lot to learn, what you guys were really talking about. So yeah, it was very informative. I just need to try and take it all in, really.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give a quick opinion on Solana. Basically,
here we go.
Yeah. So basically, Solana, along with other top 100 cryptos, is what's called a layer 1 blockchain. So layer 1 meaning that it's its own native blockchain. Now,
okay,
first of all,
so far. All right.
Yeah. I'm not here to do my Solana slanders. But basically, I want you to always there's a lot of people in the Solana community that like to call Solana an Ethereum killer. Let me just debunk that. The reason why nothing in this world is an Ethereum killer is because it's not Ethereum versus other layer ones. It's Ethereum versus the entire Ethereum ecosystem, which includes but isn't limited to Polygon, Decentraland, the Sandbox. So the whole metaverse is on Ethereum. The reason why you don't want to overhedge your bets on something like Solana or another layer 1 is because, as somebody who's been in crypto since 2015, I have lived through 2 bull and bear markets, and there are many cryptocurrencies that are layer 1s that claim to be better than Ethereum, and they've been wiped off the face of cryptocurrency. So it's not financial advice, but anything like Solana, which is a layer 1, where there'll be a cognitive bias in these communities because there'll be hyperculty, and most of these people are not financially literate as well, and they've not lived through a bull or bear market. So yes, I'm not personally a fan of Solana, but I won't even go into that. Just in general, when it comes to any layer 1 cryptocurrency, aka not a cryptocurrency that's built on top of Ethereum, if it's not built on top of Ethereum, or it's not Bitcoin, or it's not, let's say, XRP that has extremely bullish fundamentals, it is purely speculation, and I wouldn't personally overput a proportion of my portfolio in any layer 1, including Solana. And that's my opinion.
Yeah, without a doubt, I agree with you. Yeah, definitely don't load the boat too heavy with alts, unless you know something that no one else knows, which is very, very rare, I would say.
However, with Solana, the one thing Keish knows is that Solana are very bullish on their developers. They are onboarding developers faster than anyone. So what does that mean? You get more developers, you get more apps, you get more network growth, you get more revenue, you attract more.
And some really, really intelligent people that I know just want to build on Solana for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Did you have a question though, Lorraine?
No. All good. No, all good. Thank you.
No worries.
Thank you
so much.
Paulette, it is good to have you back. How are you doing?
Hello, Mike and others. Yes, good to have me back. I've been not so well, although I don't want to just go on with that. Mm-hmm. So now I feel much better to take things in. And as your colleague talked about education, I was pursuing my law degree, so I'm finding this quite interesting. I did banking and research, banking and finance as one of them. And what you're saying, Mike, it's kind, what should I say? It's quite helpful in understanding a bit more about banking and finance as well, because I have that exam coming up to do soon. Yes, I've got myself caught up, though I must confess. Okay. Because I have been out of job for so long time, and I should have consulted you before, Mike. I was so silly. I called myself very silly. And even though people talk about this, going on to something that is like somebody says, all right, join this thing, we can make money, that kind of thing. So I went and I put my 200, and then I thought, oh God, this must be a scam. And now I have to get the bank involved to get back my £200. But long and short of it, I said to myself, it's just my fault. I maybe just have to call it a day or call it a loss.
No worries. We have somebody that is going to, if I said to you that I could get someone that is a former Goldman Sachs trader that has managed billions in funds to help and to teach you and to give you a once-a-month session on investing, would you be interested?
I would be interested.
That's what we've got for you, Paulette. That's what we've got for you.
That's what we got.
We've got Debs. We've got the best in London.
The best
in the UK. One of the best in the world for absolute beginners like yourself. We've got the best. So, Paulette, I'm going to give you a call tomorrow, and we'll get you hooked up with Debs, and we'll go from there.
Okay, thank you. And nice meeting you guys again.
No worries.
Thank you, Paulette.
Bye. Yeah. Thank you for attending. Let's go to Crypto Boss 1973. Out there.
Oh, Michael, what are you saying?
What are you
Great
saying,
session.
brother?
Lots of game and value as usual. Just playing my game on game meta guy. Just trade as something guy. Already made $1.
I knew you'd love today's session. When I was doing this session and I saw you join, I was like,
I was late too. Yeah,
there's value in today's session. Today's session.
I like the billionaires though. I didn't know about that how the billionaires are spread. I have to go over this session. Lots of game today.
Yeah, definitely rewatch. Out of all the episodes we've done, I say
every single one.
Every single one's rewatchable. This one specifically.
This one feels like it should have been like the end of the year episode.
Yeah. It's because we got new things coming already, so we got to do it now. But did you have any questions?
Oh, no questions today, guys.
No worries, brother. No worries. Thank you very much. Let's go to General Sneaks. What are you saying, brother?
Yes, my boy. How you doing?
Yes, man. OG blockchain sensei attendee. What's good?
Yes,
yeah, man. Do you know what it is? I'm just getting back into the game, man. Just like I was saying to Keisha.
We've seen you week in, week out, man.
Do you know what it is? Yeah. Life takes over. So man, have to get my head back in the game, get focused again. And just digest the energy. Do you know what it is for me? Yeah, it's like man will come on, man will hear what you guys are speaking about and listen, and I'll take bits and pieces. It's like gems will fall through, but it's all about digesting them. So it's like I'll rest on certain things what you man are saying throughout. Like he can be like, oh yeah, okay, it hits me. Have you ever listened to a song when you've got older and been like, oh, that's what he was talking about.
That's what he was talking about. Yeah.
Lil Wayne, my favorite rapper, Lil Wayne.
That's what this is for me. So I'm just a baby crawling, baby steps. You get me?
That's it. Like again, bro. I would say rewatch this episode.
Exactly.
You're gonna be like, especially if you've attended other episodes where we break certain things that we've broken down in this episode, you're gonna be like,
no, I did catch a few of them, and it's like for sure, I definitely need to go back.
Do you know what you should do? Yeah, because you and Arisha are one of the only couples that attend the game.
Come on, yeah.
Yeah, which means that you guys can hold each other accountable for knowledge that you take in. So test each other.
I hear it. I hear it. We actually do need to hold
You
each
know
other
what I mean?
accountable.
It's true. It's true. It's true. It's
To
true.
be fair, even Friday when we come, Sneaks was like, "We're going on Friday." Like, he didn't give me an option. He was like, "We're going." I was like, "Okay."
Yes.
But vice versa, just like today, like
Oh,
where
yeah,
I
I
did that
messaged
Friday,
him, like-
Risha done that to me today. So
Right.
like,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's it.
like you guys have got double notes, you know what I mean, and you've got double the power because
Yeah.
you can invest together, save together, have two minds to take a calculated risk, you know what I mean. So, you know, two heads are better than one, and
But
two
definitely
sets of
major
notes
props
are better than one
major
as well.
props to everybody at Blockchain Sensei, man, for all the work that you like, are keeping up with and just going in with. You get me? It's an inspiration.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
she
man.
drops so much game every week.
Thank you. Arisha, question.
Go
Do your
for it.
kids play games?
My daughter does. She's obsessed with Roblox.
Okay. So there is have you been on one of the episodes where we mentioned Wombat Games?
No.
So go to the App Store right now and download Wombat Games. The games from Wombat Games, you can earn crypto from literally within 24 hours.
Nice.
Some of them are adult games, so you'd have to vet what game she's playing. But yeah, like you can literally make money. Plus,
Yeah, I
yesterday-
could, but my daughter's not gonna want to share with me. She ain't gonna want to share no money, and she's making money. She's not sharing with me.
First. And also drop us a message some point this week, because we're redoing all of our lessons. And I remember saying that I wanted to we want to make some lessons for kids. So
Yeah, no, I hear it.
Whenever we can book that session in to like test run some of the lessons for kids. Your
Yes,
kids get it
I got
completely
2
free.
children for you to be teaching some crypto.
Perfect.
Well, one Sneaks' child, but mine as well. Because
Wait,
my little one, she's
Sneaks,
sweet.
how old's your kid? You got a kid as well?
Yeah, he's 10 now, man. It's just ridiculous.
What? Wow.
Trust me.
Perfect. We're ready. We're ready to teach them
Perfect.
both.
We're ready.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's line it up.
Facts. I was really, I want him to get into like coding.
Yeah, that's what we want to
yeah.
teach. What we're planning for kids is like,
Is it?
Yeah, it's like coding, charts, investing, and just entrepreneurship.
Yeah, that sounds that sounds perfect. That actually sounds perfect.
And then we're gonna teach them. Look, now we've taught you this. You can make money by teaching your friends.
Yeah.
Boom, they've got business.
That's something I'm very, very interested in, because you know, like the children are the future at the end of the day. You get me?
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
100%. Imagine you could get put on to coding and developing and charts at 10. Oh my days.
That is a truth.
Exactly.
That is a truth.
Exactly, man. That's if I can do that for him, you get me?
Yo, crazy. All right, guys, thank you ever so much. And last but not least, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Matthew Mint.
Hello, how's it going?
Hello, sir.
Good.
All is well.
Yeah, great session.
I feel like even you learned something in this lesson.
Oh, definitely. I always learn something, mate. Like as soon as you say you know everything, you don't have room to learn, right?
Yeah.
True, that's very true.
The only thing that I would add is crypto is definitely not a quick get rich scheme. You got to stay in it. You got to just learn the coins, top 100, like you said. And yeah, just keep it consistent. Come into the game every time. You always learn something, right?
100%, man. That's what we aim. If you've learned something, then I'm like, yes.
Yes.
It's pressure as well. Like you gotta go over the old knowledge.
Yep. What would you say you learned from today's episode?
What did I learn? Just the VCs, obviously, what other people are investing in, where the money is. You know, an old saying, "Follow the money."
Mm-hmm.
So that's always a good thing. I really liked what you showed on the visual capitalism website. That was really good. I'm dyslexic myself, so seeing all them charts and everything, it visualizes it nicely, and I'll be able to see where the money's flowing. And yeah, it's interesting to see where Apple's going to go, because they're very stagnant at the moment, and you're getting a lot of play from Google and Amazon. And I think they're going to do something that's going to really shake. Well, they're going to have to, because they're losing.
Apple are never stagnant. We know this.
They love hiding things, man.
Yeah, on the face of it, they are, but they're not showing all the cards at the moment. But
they never do. They let everyone else do it first, and then they just copy and do it better.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Like Android phones were always
like USB-C, which is this revolutionary new phone charging system. USB-C, wow.
Yeah, I think they'll get rid of the actual connect altogether, to be honest, and just really.
You got to buy a charge table.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Or something like that. One of them.
Because I thought I'd already shown you that market cap thing about the companies from 30 years ago.
I don't know if it was on that website or not, but you again, refresher, relearning what there's so much to take in, so that's why you got to pretty much do it every day.
Did you have any questions?
Not today, no.
Fair enough.
I would just just to put it in context as well, like being in the market for a while, like for instance, quant's up like 200% at the moment, and I bought it in at $50, and now it's up 200.
Yeah.
Have you taken any profits, sir?
I'm about to.
Take
profits. Don't hodl the bag.
In our opinion.
In our opinion,
the only reason
you over hodl, you fumble it.
Yeah, very, very true, but I'm not in a situation where I need to take profit.
But let me give you another mindset, right?
Yes, please do.
Because I used to be a big hodler when I believed in the coin. Listen, if anything, you can sell and then buy back when it drops,
cheaper price,
and then you increase your quants. Then you'll have more quants.
Yeah, we're not saying sell all of it, but sell.
No. Yeah, 10%, 20%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you'll have cash to buy the quant dip when it draws down.
Yeah, very true. Very true. So
if it does, it might not. Who knows? It might be a bull run forever. Could happen.
Fingers crossed.
Quant's never going down. I'm joking.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, guys, amazing episode once again. Thank you for everyone that attended. Thank you to all the new people that joined us this week. Same time next week. Tell a friend, bring a friend along, tag them on the YouTube. Lots of love. Thank you very much, guys. See you next week.
Guys.